Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a short topic, that is transdermal drug delivery system. Transdermal drug delivery system is a topic which is a part of novel drug delivery system, which is a newly introduced section in your B.Pharm course. So today we are going to discuss a brief introduction of transdermal drug delivery system. So let us discuss today's topic, that is transdermal drug delivery system. So what are its objectives? First we are going to discuss what are its objectives. To explore skin as a site of drug administration. सबसे पहले ये कि ट्रांसडर्मल ड्रग डिलीवरी सिस्टम हम पढ़ ही क्यों रहे हैं, ऐसा कौन सा पहाड़ टूट पड़ा कि ट्रांसडर्मल ड्रग डिलीवरी सिस्टम इंट्रोड्यूस करने की आवश्यकता आन पड़ी. We already have oral drug delivery system, we already have IV, we already have IM. Why we had gone on to this, that is transdermal drug delivery system. So the first objective is to explore skin as a site of drug administration, that is the skin surface. Second, to identify physicochemical properties of drug required into the development of transdermal drug delivery system. What are the advantages of transdermal drug delivery system? As I have earlier stated, that we already have oral administration of drug, we already have IV, we already have IM, we already have other forms of also drug, but why we have gone to transdermal drug delivery system? What are its advantages over other forms of drug administration system? So let us discuss. The first one is it avoids the risk and inconvenience of intravenous therapy. We already know that IV therapy introduces little bit of inconvenience, so it avoids that inconvenience. Second one is it usually provides less chances of overdosing. If we talk about oral drug delivery system, if we talk about IV or IM, it might happen that overdosing or underdosing takes place, but into the section of transdermal drug delivery system, we only have to paste the transdermal patch and it does not have overdosing or underdosing type of thing. Third one is it permits both local and systemic effect. Now what is this? Local and systemic. Local means onto a certain area of skin, and systemic means through the systemic circulation. That is, we can have both the forms of effect, that is local and systemic, into a certain area on and also throughout the systemic circulation. The next one is it reduces dosage frequency. It is very similar to this, that is overdosing or underdosing. It does not require certain doses, that is it is a single dose, or you can say it is a single peel of transdermal patch. It does not require changes of patch from time to time or from 8 hours to 16 hours to 24 hours, right? Next one is it avoids hepatic first pass elimination and gastrointestinal irritation, as it happens into the oral form of drug, that is gastric irritation and hepatic first pass elimination, because we are applying onto the surface of the skin. We are applying transdermal patch onto the surface of the skin. So it eliminates, it bypasses the first pass metabolism, so that the maximum amount of drug reaches to the site of action. Now the next one is it is non-invasive drug delivery system. Non-invasive means it does not require any types of injection. It is simple a transdermal patch which is applied onto the upper surface of the skin, right? Next one is it improves physiological and pharmacological response. Next one, reduction of fluctuating in plasma drug level, right? Because we have applied a transdermal patch, it releases the drug onto the basis of a particular rate, that is it avoids the fluctuation of plasma drug level. Next one is it is very easy to terminate, it is very easy to apply also, and it is very easy to terminate also. We can terminate it by the application of an astringent, and we can easily peel it off from our outer surface of the skin. Next one is utilization of drug candidate with short half-life and also low therapeutic index. And the last advantage is reduction of dosing frequency, and it is very good patient compliance. It is very easy for all the patients to have transdermal drug delivery system as a drug delivery form. Now the disadvantages. It has certain advantages and it also had certain disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages? The first disadvantage is transdermal drug delivery system cannot deliver ionic form of drug. It is the most and the common disadvantage of transdermal drug delivery system is this, that it does not deliver ionic drugs. Second one is it cannot achieve high drug levels in drug or plasma. Third one is it cannot develop transdermal drug delivery system for drug which is having larger molecular size, and it also cannot develop transdermal drug delivery system if drug or formulation causes irritation to the skin, because we are applying this system onto the skin, and if it is causing irritation, that we cannot develop it into a drug delivery form. Now what is this? Percutaneous absorption. As this name suggests, percutaneous and absorption. We all know that is what is absorption and what is percutaneous absorption. Percutaneous absorption is defined as penetration of substance into various layers of skin. That is, we have introduced a drug onto the outer surface of the skin, right? Then the drug reaches from first layer to the second, second to the third, third to the fourth, and then it reaches to the systemic circulation. This is what all about penetration, percutaneous absorption is. Now what are the different parts of percutaneous absorption? The first part is penetration, second part is permeation, and third part is absorption. Penetration means, what is the first one? Penetration. Penetration is we have introduced a drug. That is, if we introduce a drug into epidermis, then it will go into the dermis, then it will go into the subcutaneous layer, and finally it will reach, after absorption, it will reach to the systemic circulation. So the passage, the journey of drug from the first layer to the last and to the systemic circulation comes under percutaneous absorption. For example, penetration is the entry of substance into a particular layer onto the first layer. Then permeation is, it is the penetration from one layer into another, that is first to second, second to third, and so on, and is different both functionally and structurally from the first layer. And what is the last? That is absorption, is the uptake of system into the systemic circulation, that is form of drug. For example, हमारे ओपनर्स, पहला विकेट गिरा तो सामने वाली टीम क्या की? पेनिट्रेट की इनटू द मिडिल ऑर्डर ऑफ इंडिया. रोहित शर्मा आउट, अब विराट कोहली. तो ये हो गया रोहित शर्मा, पेनिट्रेशन, ओपनिंग बैट्समैन आउट. फिर परमिएशन, विराट कोहली. विराट कोहली के बाद टू डाउन कौन आया? ऋषभ पंत. और एब्जॉर्प्शन क्या होगा? सबकी बैटिंग आ गई, यानी एब्जॉर्प्शन 200 रन बन गए T20 में. और अगर केवल यहीं तक रह गया, यानी रोहित शर्मा और KL राहुल ही खेलते रह गए, तो पेनिट्रेशन. बस रोहित शर्मा KL राहुल के बाद भी बैटिंग आई तो परमिएशन, और पूरी टीम की बैटिंग आ गई, यानी यजुवेंद्र चहल और मोहम्मद शमी तक भी बैटिंग आ गई, जसप्रीत बुमराह ने भी बैटिंग कर ली, तो वो हो गया एब्जॉर्प्शन. और सबने मिलके जो स्कोर बनाया 200 के ऊपर 20 ओवर में, वो हो गया हमारा एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ ड्रग इनटू अ सिस्टमिक सर्कुलेशन. ठीक है, तो समझ में आ गया पेनिट्रेशन, परमिएशन और एब्जॉर्प्शन. पेनिट्रेशन फर्स्ट लेयर में, परमिएशन फर्स्ट टू सेकंड, सेकंड टू थर्ड, दैट इज the journey of drug from first layer to the different layer, and absorption means the uptake of the drug to the systemic circulation. Now we are going to discuss, this is the diagram of skin. We all know its different layers. And what is this? Stratum corneum. Stratum corneum is considered to be the biggest barrier of drug entry into the skin. It is a flat cells. It inhibits the penetration of drug. It stops the penetration of drug to the different layers of the skin. Now after this, we are going to discuss what are the various techniques which has been used to bypass this barrier, that is stratum corneum. So the various techniques used which bypasses the barrier stratum corneum is, first we talk about physical approach, and the second we talk about chemical approach. Into the section of physical approach, we have three methods, that is microporation, needleless injection, and medicated tattoos. And what is this? Penetration enhancer. Into the section of chemical approach, we have discussed about Physical, that is microporation, needleless and medicated. And the chemical section involves penetration enhancers. So now we are going to discuss the first one, that is microporation. What is microporation is? What is microporation? Microporation involves small needles which pierce the upper part of the skin. It only pierces the stratum corneum, which increases the permeability of stratum corneum for the drug penetration. Look at here. Microporation involves the use of microneedles that are applied to the skin so that they pierce only the stratum corneum and increase the skin permeability for the drug to penetrate inside the skin, that is to the deeper layers of the skin. The microneedles which we used in this section in microporation are of 100 to 200 mm in height and 10 to 50 mm in width. This is a very important question. It can be asked into your future exam, that is, what is the height of microneedle which is used into the section of microporation, that is 100 to 200 mm, and what is the width, 10 to 50 mm, right? So this is what all about microporation is. Now the second method which we are going to discuss is needleless injection. We are talking about injection and it is needleless. मतलब injection भी है उसमें needle नहीं है. We have all seen that jet injection which do not have needle because it increases the velocity, and because of that produced velocity the drug is injected into the form of injection into the skin, right? We all have used into the laboratory this needleless injection. What this needleless injection is? Needleless injection involves a pain-free method of administration of drug to the skin. This technique involves firing the liquid or solid particles at supersonic speeds through the stratum corneum. Because of this supersonic speed, it bypasses the barrier, that is stratum corneum, and reaches to the deeper layer of the tissues or the skin. The problem with this technique is it involves very high development cost, and also device requires very much of trained or skilled persons to handle it. Its mechanism involves forcing compressed gas such as helium or nitrogen through the nozzle with the resultant drug particle, that is the drug which we desires to enter into the deeper layers of the tissues, drug particles, and trained within the jet flow, reportedly traveling at sufficient velocity for the skin penetration. So again a very important question, it can be asked into your exam, that is, what are the gases which we used into the needleless injection? So the gases are helium or nitrogen, right? So we have discussed about microporation and needleless injection. Now we are going to discuss the third technique of physical method, which is medicated tattoos. We have all heard about tattoos. We have all seen tattoos. सबने देखा है, कुछ भी हुआ बना लिया tattoo, ठीक है? So this is very similar to the ordinary tattoo, but the only difference is this tattoo consists of active ingredients, that is the medicaments, that is our drug. Medicated tattoos are a modification or temporary tattoos which contains a active drug medicament for transdermal delivery. They are very attractive. Tattoos are always very attractive and fun to wear. They are always fun to wear and are applied by wetting with water and pressing against the skin. सबको पता है, टैटू लिया, पानी में डाला, वो पहले आता था बूम बूम बूमर, ऐसे खाया फुलाया और ऐसे चिपका लिया, ₹1 का मिलता था, अब पता नहीं कितने का मिलता है. Now the third one is the tattoo contains a drug layer, a color design and adhesive layer. Because why adhesive layer? Because it has to be stick, it has to be adhesive, it has to be adhered onto the outer surface of the skin that binds to the skin. There is no predetermined duration of therapy. The manufacturer provides a color chart, that is, if we are introducing medicated tattoos, it consists of two colors, that is, it might be of red, it might be of orange, it might be of yellow, but it always contains two colors. If it contains red and orange, when initially we applied onto the surface of the skin, it is of red color, As the drug release happens, the color of the transdermal patch will fade out. पहले रेड था, जैसे जैसे ड्रग रिलीज होती जाएगी, as the drug release from the transdermal drug delivery system, transdermal drug delivery patch, it fades out, and when the total amount of drug leaves that patch, then the color of that patch will टोटली फेड आउट. पहले रेड था, जैसे जैसे ड्रग उसमें से रिलीज होती गई रेड से हल्का सा फेड किया, और जब टोटल ड्रग रिलीज हो गई तो फिर पूरा कलर फेड आउट कर गया. दिस इज व्हाट ऑल अबाउट मेडिकेटेड टैटूज इज. Then we are going to discuss about chemical approach. We have discussed about the physical approach for transdermal drug delivery system, that is microporation, needleless injection and medicated tattoos. Now what are the chemical approaches? The chemical approach involves penetration enhancer. अब ये क्या है? As this name suggests, penetration enhancer. Enhancer means to increase, and penetration means something which is going inside the skin layers and with a enhancement, बढ़े हुए speed में या quantity में. So incorporation of penetration enhancer facilitates the absorption of drug by altering the barrier property, that is stratum corneum. Stratum corneum को alter करके, bypass करके जो drug को permeate कराए, उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? Penetration enhancers. Now what are the different examples of penetration enhancers which we use into the transdermal drug delivery system? First one is alcohols and polyols, then surfactants, tweens, pans. Third one is fatty acids, amine and amides. We also use this, and we also use terpenes. All these we use as a penetration enhancer to increase the penetration. Now formulation aspects. If we are formulating transdermal patch, what are the three aspects, that is the basic requirement to develop transdermal patch? So the first one is polymer matrix or drug reservoir. As this name suggests, polymer matrix or drug reservoir. Reservoir means there is a certain enclosed reservoir in which the drug is present. ड्रग है, उसके पूरे आसपास एक रिजर्वायर प्रेजेंट है. किसका बना हुआ? पॉलीमर का. रिजर्वायर ऑफ पॉलीमर. इट इज ऑल्सो टर्म्ड एज पॉलीमर मैट्रिक्स. दैट इज ड्रग रिजर्वायर, ड्रग inside a reservoir, drug inside a reservoir. And again polymer matrix, drug inside a matrix which is made of polymers, and polymer is consists to be the backbone of transdermal drug delivery system. Second component is drug, and third component is penetration enhancer. This is the reservoir or matrix. Drug is enclosed into this, and with this, that is penetration enhancers. It enhances the penetration of drug to the deeper layers of the skin. Now, as we have earlier I have earlier stated that polymers are the backbones of transdermal drug delivery system. It is all same. After this, now this is important. What are the examples of polymers? That is the basic polymers, the different types of polymers which we use into the development of transdermal patch. So natural polymers consist of cellulose derivatives, that is zine, gelatin, silax, waxes, gums. The synthetic elastomer includes polybutanides, hydrogen rubbers, silicone rubbers, and synthetic polymers includes polyvinyl alcohol, polyvinyl chloride, polyethylene, polypropylene. All these polymers include into the development of transdermal patch. Now the drug. We have discussed about the reservoir, we have discussed about the matrix which is made of different types of polymers. Now this drug is enclosed into the polymer with the penetration enhancers. So we are going to discuss about penetration enhancers. As I have earlier stated, what is penetration enhancer? It is a component which enhances the penetration of drug by passing the biggest barrier of skin, that is stratum corneum. How it bypasses the stratum corneum? Let's see. These are the chemical compounds that increase permeability of stratum corneum so as to attain higher therapeutic level. Okay. Penetration enhancer interacts with the structural component of stratum corneum made of lipids and proteins. they alter these components, that is proteins and lipids, so to create the permeability, to increase the permeability for the drug enhancement. They alter the protein and lipid packaging of stratum corneum, thus chemically modifying the barrier functions, leading to increased permeability for the skin. Because of the alteration of these components, that is protein and lipids, the permeability of stratum corneum increases and drug will permeate through the stratum corneum to the different sections of the skin, that is different layers of the skin, epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous fat, sweat gland, and ultimately it reaches to the systemic circulation. So this is what all about a basic introduction of transdermal drug delivery system. What is transdermal drug delivery system? What is its advantages, disadvantages, its formulation aspects, three aspects, that is polymer reservoir, drug, and penetration enhancer. And we have also discussed about what is penetration enhancer and both methods, that is to overcome the physical barrier, that is the biggest barrier, that is stratum corneum. One is physical method and second one is chemical method. Now we are going to discuss some questions which can be frequently asked from this portion. It is just a reflection. So the first question is, transdermal drug delivery system is a. What is transdermal drug delivery system? Transdermal drug delivery system is a invasive technique, non-invasive technique, oral technique, or intramuscular technique. Very easy. Transdermal drug delivery system is a non-invasive technique because it does not require any type of needles or injection. It is simply just applicable to the outer surface of the skin. Next question is, which one is true about transdermal drug delivery system? That is, which statement is true about transdermal drug delivery system? First one is, it delivers ionic drugs, it delivers non-ionic drugs, it cannot deliver ionic drug, and the final one is, it delivers all form of drugs. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is, it cannot deliver ionic drug, which we have discussed into the section of disadvantages of transdermal drug delivery system. Now the next question is, which of the following is involved in percutaneous absorption? We have discussed about all the levels, all the sections of percutaneous absorption. So which one is involved into the percutaneous absorption? Permeation, absorption, penetration, or all of the above? What is permeation? Introduction of drug into the first layer, that is Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul. Second, what is penetration? Penetration is Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, that is first layer. Permeation is second or third layer, and absorption is after penetration and permeation, the absorption happens and it takes the drug to the systemic circulation, right? Or you can say all of above. So what is the right answer? Penetration, permeation, absorption, or all of the above? The correct one is all of the above, because all the above three sections are involved into the portion of penetration enhancers. So now we are going to discuss the next question, that is, what is the example of penetration enhancers? Which one of these is an example of penetration enhancer? Alcohol, terpenes, fatty acids, or all of the above? We have discussed earlier the examples of penetration enhancers. So the correct one is all of the above. All the above three topics, portions are involved into the examples of penetration enhancers. Now we have discussed a few things about transdermal drug delivery system. We have discussed what are its objectives. We have discussed its advantages, disadvantages. We have also discussed the barrier, that is stratum corneum, and how to overcome by physical and chemical method. We have also discussed about the formulation aspects and few questions which are very few. Into the next session, we are going to discuss more about transdermal drug delivery system, that is different types of formulation of transdermal drug delivery system and different types of evaluations which are involved into the transdermal drug delivery system. And we are also going to discuss many more questions which can be asked into your competitive exams from transdermal drug delivery system. So that's all for today's session. We will be that's why we have written it to be continued. We will be meeting after this session, that is into the next one. So this is all about for today. Thank you very much.